Now, before you think, who is this guy? Who is he telling me I shouldn't believe in anything? What a pessimist. Hear me out. I believe in a lot of stuff in this world. I believe in good. I believe in beautiful things. I believe my parents when they tell me they love me. There's so many good things in life I believe in, I want to believe in. But those aren't particularly the things I refer to when I say you shouldn't believe in anything. So, what do I mean? There's a lot out there which we can't yet factually explain or measure. Anything spiritual, God, fate, energy, manifesting, etc. But there's a lot of people out there which have their own explanation of things. One of the most common examples is religion. Or the example I'm going to use in this video, human design. Human design is a new age spiritual practice which combines astrology, I Ching, Kabbalah, and Vedic philosophy. Thank you, Wikipedia. It's basically a lot of different old wisdoms combined into this one big cocktail of knowledge. It has a lot to do with how your energy flows in your body, which in turn is influenced by the planets. There's 4 archetypes of which all of us will fit into. It basically determines what type of person you are. This might sound very generalizing, but my explanation doesn't do it justice. It's way more complicated and way more nuanced than this. Basically, everyone has their own chart explaining how unique you are in your own way. It's literally your design as a human, thus human design. Now, I'm an engineer by study and a science guy by heart. I'm all about the numbers and logic. Surely a story like this is just bollocks. Someone making up a story so he can get some attention or sell his book. Nothing about this can be true, right? Do I believe any of this? Well, I'm here to tell you, it does not matter. It simply doesn't matter. It simply does not matter if I believe in this or not. Completely not relevant. And I'll tell you why. 2 very dear people in my life are really into human design. They know a lot, but they're still learning every day. And I have the most interesting talks with them. Purely based on my chart, my friend can tell me so much about myself. Which is weird because she knows me pretty well, but how well does she really know me only based on a chart? But it's so interesting to hear. She tells me so much stuff about how I should make decisions or that I should listen to my gut feeling way more. Now, here's the catch and my point of this video. It might get a little complicated, so stick with me. My friend is giving me so much information about myself. Stuff I either do or don't recognize. Whatever she says makes sense and it's very relatable, or it isn't. I take a piece of information, I see if it applies to my life, and it eventually helps me grow. In that whole process, it doesn't matter if what she's saying is scientifically correct or can be measured or proven. What matters is what I do with that information. If it applies on my life, if it offers a new perspective on myself, which in turn helps me to get to know myself even more. If I recognize a piece of information, it helps me become more aware of a habit I might have or a skill I might have. And if I don't recognize a piece of information, it helps me to realize what does apply to me, or at least I realize what doesn't apply to me. For example, if my friend tells me I'm a natural leader according to my chart, I either do recognize it and I can try to get to know that part of myself better, or I don't recognize the information and I realize I'm more of a background player, which again, I got to know something about myself. That's why it doesn't really matter if I believe in anything she's saying, if I believe in human design. Because a piece of information is valuable to me regardless if it's true or not. That being said, fully believing in and committing to something like this isn't good either. Both believing and rejecting a wisdom like human design is wrong. If you're a complete believer and you see everything that human design has to offer as factually correct, you're blind to any downsides it might have. You stop thinking critically and you accept any negative influences it might have over your life, because they're part of the game. My chart told me I'm not a natural leader, so I quit my job as messenger. I stopped giving out messages. My chart told me I'm not a natural leader, so I quit my job as messenger and started working for a boss. I've ruined my career and life, and I'm pretty unhappy, but it's what my chart told me to do. While if you completely reject human design because how could planets possibly affect our life and energy isn't real, you might miss out on any wisdom it might have to offer. Everyone and everything in life has some wisdom to a certain extent. By completely rejecting or accepting beliefs like human design, we're either blinding ourselves to it or becoming slaves. Look around you. People you might have rejected or labeled as crazy. They could have some real wisdom you might miss out on. Furthermore, look at your beliefs. Does Mercury being in retrograde really have a complete grip over your mood? Are you really a slave to the positions of the planets, or do you have more influence over your life than you thought? Everywhere around us is wisdom. Don't shut yourself out. But also make sure to not become a mindless slave. Stay open, stay critical, because the influence over your life ends with you.